Hey guys, welcome to the movie. Today we're talking about Deadpool, finally reviewing it on the channel because I have not reviewed it yet. Any movie I have not reviewed for the channel will get reviewed, even if I've already seen it. I want to review it, so yeah. So Deadpool, one I haven't tackled yet, so let's jump into it. Deadpool is a Marvel movie by some of the Fox stuff, the X-Men stuff, because Fox owns the X-Men stuff, but now Disney owns Fox, so they have the X-Men stuff. I'm excited to see what Deadpool 3 is going to look like, but yeah, let's jump into Deadpool 1, because that's what we're talking about. Deadpool played by Ryan Reynolds, who's amazing. He's like nobody else can play Deadpool. There's some other good people. I was gonna say, who's the guy who played him in the video game? I know his name. It's just Nolan North, I think. Yeah, he was really good at it. So Deadpool was really great. There have been other good versions of Deadpool. It's not like Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is the best, yeah, but they're all the good versions. What do we gotta say about the movie? It is great. Also, this is a movie that like a lot of people you probably already seen, so it's really hard. Like most people have seen this movie. It's like if you haven't seen it, there's not many people who haven't seen this movie, but it's really cool. I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's funny. Deadpool feels like Deadpool with the humor, fourth wall breaking humor, just making fun of like Ryan Reynolds and the Green Lantern, because obviously if Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern, all this stuff. It's great. The comedy's great. If you've not seen it, it's funny as hell. It's R-rated, so it's very mature. It's a mature superhero movie. It's great. Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, is it? I think that's how it's said. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I think that's how it's said. I'm saying it wrong. Sorry, but those are the only two that are coming in the movie. We also have, I'm trying to think what else, Weasel. I think it's played by Tim Miller. I think that's technically supposed to be Weasel's character, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or whatever. What is his name, Weasel? You know, the one guy from Deadpool, you know who he is if you know Deadpool stuff. Then we have Blind Al, who's in it. I'm like, cool. At the end, they have the guy named Bob. I'm like, that was a lot of references to Deadpool character stuff. Some new characters. It's great stories about Deadpool. What's the story about? Let's go quickly, because you probably already know it. Deadpool, like a guy who does stuff for money, like kill people or scares people for money, and then he gets, he was used to be maybe CIA or something. Well, not CIA, but he used to work for like special forces or intelligence or something. He wanted to kill people, but now he walks in like a mercenary, and then this guy comes to him and like, hey, I want you to come work with this thing. He meets this girl as well, who becomes his like girlfriend. He finds out he has cancer and stuff. We need to figure out, like, we need to figure out how to beat this. Cancer is not an easy thing to beat because it's in multiple places, so it's like really bad. But then this guy comes like, hey, we can heal you, do other stuff, So he finally decides to accept it and go in. He doesn't tell his girlfriend, so he thinks he's like dead or something. But then they, do experiments on him. Ajax is the main villain of the movie. He's the guy who does experiments on him and Weapon X. And then he transforms him into this creature, into this ugly guy who he says, like this ugly guy who can heal from anything. And then eventually gets the Deadpool suit, becomes Deadpool, goes on a killing spree after Francis, and then by the end they have a big fight. It's great, and Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead show up in it. It's great. It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. If you have not seen it, great. I'm not going to mention this. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it does have an after credits scene if you have not seen the movie, or maybe not seen after the credits. There is a credits at the very end of the movie, so check it out. Yeah, so that's all I can say. Now we're going to get into the rating of this movie. It is one of those movies I was debating what to give it. Like, is it a 10? I know it's a 10 or 9 because like there's nothing wrong about it. And Ryan Reynolds just, I was gonna say 9. Is it 9? I think let's say 10 because it is one like I think 10 usually means it has to be something I can rewatch again. And Deadpool I can watch again easily. It's a fun movie I can watch again. I'll give it a 10. We'll give it a 10. Deadpool was great. The first one when it came out was a big thing. I know when it first came out. When it comes to the comedy, the only thing I'll say about it is comedy is a weird thing. Like, a comedy movie, watching it again, how does that work? Like, is that something that really works? I do not. Sometimes I feel like if you watch a comedy again and again, does the jokes die out? Or if a movie that has comedy in it, does it die out? I think it depends on the movie. Some of the ones I think is always funny no matter what. I think this is the one with the same answer. Yeah, it is. So yeah, check out Deadpool. Really great. Give it a 10. What do you guys think of Deadpool? Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen it. But I know you have. Probably. Most people have seen this movie. So if you haven't, check it out. But, or maybe you're too young, or maybe your parents are like, I don't know, there are some chances where you might not have seen it, but most people have seen it, so that's why I'm not going too much into, not as a worried about spoilers, because like most people, it's one of the movies that most people have seen, so I'm not worried as much about spoilers. But thank you guys for watching. You guys can always stay up. I can see you next video, guys. Bye.